Today is June 11th, 2011, and this is the tour of my land. The land is 10 acres. It's a square, 660 feet on a side. I bought it in September of 2004. We're coming down close to the southeast corner right now. It's up there in the trees. See a couple of slash piles. A couple of junk cars that helped in lowering the price of the land. The people who owned it before me logged it selectively. I believe in summer of '02 they took the biggest trees, especially the big cedars, and left a lot of smaller trees and left a lot of slash, a lot of leftover logging debris. Curving off to the left here, you see a little driveway that I made last spring. And up ahead, you see the cobwood hut that I made last fall. There's the blue elder, the most successful plant that I've put in. Big pile of clay that I hauled in from a road construction project. There's the soil here doesn't have any clay; it's all sand. There's a pile of lava rock that I hauled in. The clay was used to make the cob hut. I'm going to need more clay to make a future project. The cob is mostly sand, and this land has abundant amounts of perfect sand for cob, coarse granite. These are the sand quarries. And in the future, these are going to be garden beds after I get all the sand out that I want. Pile of silt, pile of topsoil, removed from this pit, which I use to mix cob, and I'm going to use it for a future project. Over here you can see a lot of urbanite that I hauled in. Also, the land doesn't have a lot of rocks, so to haul in rocks if I need them. There's some red lava rock. A dead fridge that I use for storage. Let's take a look inside the hut. The inside is roughly 45 square feet. The wood is part western hemlock and part western red cedar. There you see my Ivan's Beauty mountain ash, another one of the most successful things I planted. Here's a Bali cherry. There's a Montmorency cherry over by the outhouse. Let's take a look at the outhouse. There it is. Composting toilet. Compost goes over there. Take this little path along. We're walking along the base of the North Hill. Most of the year it's brown, but in June it's green and very pretty. These stick piles, the smaller stick piles are all ones that I made myself. The land had sticks all over. You couldn't even walk without stepping on sticks all over, so I had to do a lot of throwing sticks in the piles so we could walk around. Along here I got some service berries planted, some aronias. There you can see aronia in bloom. Up there is the tent platform. I haven't had any visitors this year, so I haven't put the tent up, but underneath that tarp is a 10 by 12 wooden platform on which I put up a wall tent. Here's some rocks that a visitor helped me haul down from the hill up there. Not a lot of rocks. This is the orchard area. Still a lot of room to plant more stuff. There's a couple apple trees here. This is a sweet pit apricot that's struggling this year. Ivan's Beauty mountain ash back there. Excuse me, Ivan's Bell back there. Another cherry. Another Montmorency cherry back there. There's some Josta berries in here, some American plums. all put in pretty recently, except the cherries. We're now heading back towards the spring. Here you can see some pools I've dug to try to keep the water on top of the ground coming down from the spring. The soil is so sandy, the water tends to sink straight down in the aquifer, so trying to keep as much as possible on the surface to keep the topsoil wet. So this is the lower spring pool, filled up with leaves to help get some anaerobic decay and plug up the bottom a little better. That pipe over there is the overflow from the upper spring pool. Goes to the top of it, and this faucet is the drinking water which comes from the bottom of the upper spring pool underneath a good plug of sand. So that faucet pipe catches the water right when it comes up at the bottom of this pool. So there's the upper spring pool. I didn't dig that. Somebody who was here previously dug that out. The water kind of comes up from the bottom, so I suppose it's technically an artesian spring. But by September it'll be down to just a little trickle. In June, after a wet winter, still flowing pretty good. Going down a different way from the spring. There's another stick pile that I cover with leaves to help it decay faster. In this area I planted some pawpaws, and they all got killed in the winter. Up ahead of the peach that died. We're going through to the East Hill, where I've had bad luck with some sea buckthorns. There's an apple that's struggling, a couple sea buckthorns that are struggling. These are all, these plants carpeting the ground are mostly wild strawberries. Not that productive. Whole property might produce a cup of wild strawberries if I go around and pick them. Another little apple. Yeah, there's another apple. Looking back through the orchard, you can see the blue up there of the tent platform. This is what I call the meadow. This is reed canary grass. In another month it'll be 6 feet high. It's good for cleaning water, not much else. Dug some channels along here to try to get the water to flow down below and not on the path that we're walking on. There's some blueberries here on the left. We had a couple berries last year. Some blue honeysuckles down here. Apricot that died. There's a swampy area over there. A lot of potential to grow some stuff that's that doesn't mind having wet feet. And here we are, coming back in the pile of urbanite. And there we go. Thanks for watching.